Okay, so good morning and welcome to General Finance of June the 20th. I'll first begin by identifying any media on the line. Okay, I'm not seeing any media on the line joining us this morning. We do have a very short agenda for this morning's finance meeting. I will look to any additions or deletions to the agenda. Okay, and seeing or hearing none, I will then now look to a mover and seconder to adopt our general finance agenda of June 20th. Moved by Sherry Lynn, second by Helen. All in favor? Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. We have no delegations or presentations this morning, so that'll lead us right into the adoption of the general finance minutes of June the 6th.
I'll move. Sherry.
I'll second.
Okay, thanks, Sherry Lynn. Moved by Sherry Lynn, second by Carrie. Thanks, Carrie. Are there any questions, comments? Seeing or hearing none, all in favor of the adoption of the general finance minutes? Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. The next piece is the financial agreements report, which is a presentation by our CFO, Anna Cecile. I'll pass the floor over to yourself.
Good morning, everyone. So every other month we are presenting the agreements that we have signed for the year. So I'm going to share my screen to show the ones that we currently have. So the total amount that we have received, we have signed for the year so far is 50,179,493, and out of those 50 million, 13 million are going to be designated to health. Social is 10 million, GRIP CO 7.6, Public Works 3 million, Ontario Works 2.7 million, Gawanio has 2.4, the CEO 2.4, Justice Services 1.4, designated with minor capital is 1.2 million. Those amounts are distributed among projects that already have approved and evaluated among the different departments. Everlasting 3, 1 million, Kanaprasha 847. And then we have, with the lowest amounts, you can take a look. Almost every area is receiving fundings as budgeted for the year. If we take a look at the total by funders, we have received from Indigenous Service Canada 39 million, the 50 million. Ministry of Education 4 million, Ministry of Community and Social Services 1.8, Attorney General 1.4, Ministry of Long-Term Care 1 million, followed by other smaller funding from FINIP, Health Canada, Solicitor General, OTF, Ministry of Indigenous Affairs, Grady, Ontario Health, and other small ones. We don't have as much funds received for this year, specifically for COVID, as we had last year. So far, we only have 100,000 for the Ministry of Long-Term Care and 60,000 for the Ministry of Indigenous Affairs. There's specific funding for specific activities. The total is 160,000. We have also details of how each of these 50 million are composed. that is in the Dropbox in case someone wants to go into the detail of each of them. Any questions?
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Anna Cecile. Questions, comments, Michelle?
Just to make it clear for the community, so some of these funds are flow through Light Grip CO, which I'm assuming they've received. Once we receive it, we flow it over to them as well as like OGD, Guanapuestra Police, correct?
Yes, the funding, all the funds for Gripsio has been transferred so far. Gawanio,
Yep.
also you have to double check. But in general, when we receive the funds, our transfer is flow through. If we don't administrate the funds, 100% of the funds go directly to the related organizations that we receive the money for.
So
let's
Everlasting
say-
Tree also, right? We don't, sorry, we don't look after their funds, correct?
No, so only in case of the federal schools, we administrate the funding. It has already been agreed with the funder and the schools. But
No, I
other
was
than
referring to
that,
Everlasting Tree School. We flow that money through too, correct?
yes.
Thanks.
So the ones in yellow are the ones that we receive them, but they get transferred. We don't administrate them. It's only the federal schools that we keep the funds as agreed, and we pay for them, pay on their behalf.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Anna Cecile. Are there any further questions or comment?
I have a question mark.
Sure, go ahead, Hazel.
Under the federal schools, that 321, that's not for teaching service, it's for more or less O&M, isn't that right?
Yes, it is for O&M and other small expenses that the schools may have
Mhm.
as well, but it's not for salaries. No.
So Six Nations no longer pays supply teachers and teachers' aides and all of that, do they? None of the teaching services?
No, it is not covered under fundings that we receive.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Hazel. Sure, over to you, Helen.
OGD, does OGD money not come through us?
The funds from OGD come through Six Nations of the Grand River. Normally, the funding is approved late in the year, so that's why the amounts are not here. Normally, they approve in August or September. It's when the agreement comes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any further questions, comments?
I do, Chief.
Sure, Michelle.
So with saying that, then do we provide funding for some of the organizations that funds are delayed? And if so, has this always been the case that they're delayed? They come in the second quarter or third quarter?
OGD is always late. The Ministry of Community Social Services for protection is always late. I don't even though, and again, this is the agreement signed, so the agreement comes late, but I think the funds based on previous year is still flowing, but the agreement itself arrives in August. That's why it's not included in here.
So all organizations are able to continue to provide service. If they need our support, they request
Yes.
it.
Yes, for sure. Even for help for other areas as well, we not necessarily have the agreement right at the beginning of the year, but either the organization the funder flows money based on last year, or we cover it from the funds that we have. It is never a problem because we know the funds are coming. It's just sometimes they are the agreement comes late. So the same thing is with OGD. They are perfectly able to spend any money based on the funding. Normally OGD based on last year, but the final agreement comes in August.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other further questions, comments?
I'll accept for information.
Okay, Michelle, let's move to accept Anna Cecile's funding reports as information. Is there a seconder?
I'll second, Mark.
Second by Hazel, and just last call for any further questions or comments. Okay, seeing or hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. So that does complete our general finance. Again, it was a very short agenda for this morning. Our next item is a mover and seconder to adjourn to our next agenda.
I'll move.
Moved by Michelle, seconder,
I'll second, Hazel.
second by Hazel, all in favor? Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Thank you again to those who are online that are joining us. Again, short agenda. We do look forward to seeing everybody for our Solidarity Day festivities happening tomorrow at the Sports and Cultural Center area, mainly behind the community halls where all the festivities will begin. There's a planned midway, again sponsored by Grand River Enterprises, with all of the fun activities attached, live music, barbecue, and so forth. So we hope to see you all at the Solidarity Day festivity tomorrow. Thank you again and have a great day.